Howdy everybody, this is Poppy Jasper, and today we are going to be playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is a role-playing game published by, or developed by BioWare and published by LucasArts in 2003. I think it's one of the best games ever created, and I played it when it first came out on the Xbox. And it was amazing then, and it's still amazing. I've played this game, who knows how many times, but a lot. And I've played it more recently too, since it's been out on iPhone and iPad, so I can take it on my phone and play it wherever I go. And it's just so much fun that I just wanted to share it with all of y'all. So, for this playthrough, I had the idea that we would go full Dark Jedi. We are going to be a Sith through and through, and we're going to do everything mean. And we're not only going to be a Sith, but we're going to be a Sith who can kill everybody with lightsabers all the time. So, I am going to go with the soldier, and this is because he's probably the best at combat for just fighting with lightsabers and everything else. This is because he is able to progress through feats faster than the scout or the scoundrel. And the feats really help for like combat abilities and abilities that you can use with the lightsaber in order to kill your foes. We're going to go to the custom character, and usually I would take this portrait if I was going to be a Jedi, just because with the long flowing locks, I expect him to be more like a hippy-dippy guy and a good guy. I don't know why. It's always what I imagine like a good Jedi to be. And I don't like this face because it's just so generic. No, we're going to be going with this guy right here with the little goatee and the scar, because he's just got all of the makings for a Master Sith. Alright. Now this game is based off of the Star Wars RPG created by Wizards of the Coast, which uses a D20 role-playing system, which is based off of Dungeons and Dragons. So basically right here, we're going to be choosing the points that it gives modifiers towards our rolls. We're never actually going to see the dice rolls, but like strength, when you're fighting, you use your strength modifier and a dice roll, a d20 dice roll, to see if you can actually like hit your opponent. So for strength is very important for combat with close combat weapons, as you can see over here. So we're just going to dump everything into strength. Dexterity is pretty important to not get hit. Constitution just increases our total vitality points so that we can stay alive longer. Intelligence is not that important. We're not going to put too many points into intelligence because we don't really care about how skillful this guy is, except with a lightsaber. So, unlike other like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, you can't decrease the intelligence to where it's like 2, and you're no longer able to speak Galactic Basic, and you're just a dribbling moron. Though, I kind of wish you could and just go put it all into strength. But if you want to see a playthrough where somebody's playing an old-style Dungeons and Dragons game with this kind of setup, and they're just a moron that's not able to talk, you can check out the Yogscast Sips channel and look at his Fallout playthrough. He's got like a character there called Mike Tyson or something like that who can't speak human language. Alright, but we're going to be putting some points into wisdom, because like it says right here, wisdom is basically you're resistant to magic or force powers, as you can see over here. So we want a little bit in wisdom, just so that when we do start facing Dark Jedi, they're not able to keep us crowd controlled for too long. So yeah, because like using Force Push or Force Whirlwind, this will be able to save us. We're going to be getting some equipment that's going to protect us against stuns and other stuff, but that's coming later. So let's put the last 2 points into dexterity and constitution. Actually, let's put all of it into constitution. So we can hit really hard and well and accurately. We can get hit pretty well because we only have a +1 modifier, but we got a good amount of health, and we got a little bit of wisdom. Maybe the wisdom doesn't matter, but hopefully it will save us a little bit. Skills, like we said, we're not very intelligent, so we're not going to be very skillful. We're not going to be able to repair or do any security hacking or persuade people or be aware of what's going on or sneak past people or blow stuff up or hack into the computers, but we will be able to bandage this up pretty well. This is important. We're going to be a frontline character, taking the brunt of the action, getting hit all the time, so if we break a bone, we want to be able to just wrap it up and be good to go. Now the feats, this is basically all the skills that improve combat and give us access to different abilities too. Like here, the soldier is the only class to start off that's able to have heavy armor. And there is a nice heavy set of armor that will be helpful later, but we'll see that later. We also get power attack, which we can show you down here. It gives you +5 to damage, but -3 to hit. This is probably one of the safest special abilities that you have for attacking, just because it only does -3 to hit. Flurry, and then the other critical strike all give you a subtraction to defense, which is really important, since we don't have a very high dexterity. This -5 defense is going to be a lot. So we're going to be focusing on improved power attacks, and we're also going to be focusing on 2-weapon fighting, just so that we can get the most damage from our strikes. This basically lets us get 2 attacks in one go, and make sure that we can actually hit with our offhand weapon. Alright, so now finally our character is going to be called Poppy Jasper. Alright, and I think we're ready to go. There's going to be a cutscene, and then we'll get right into some tutorial levels. Oh boy. A long time ago in a galaxy far away. Yes, Star Wars. Knights of the Old Republic. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable, as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the Outer Rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination. And there's us asleep on a bed. Oh no! There's fighting outside. I wonder how I was able to actually sleep through the rest of the battle, but who knows.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Or do we? Sadly, you don't get to actually ask any good questions here yet. You can only get some background story. So let's say, who are you?
Ensign with the Republic fleet. And your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. You work opposite ships. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Alright, generic soldier guy. Forget it. I'm looking after my own skin. Sadly, these options won't give us any dark side points yet, but...
Swore an oath to protect Bastila when you signed up for this mission, just like everyone else in the crew. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know she may not have an official rank in the fleet, but she's the one in charge of this mission. It's our duty to protect her. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, top class.
That's
no wonder you were handpicked for this mission.
best soldier ever.
The officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. This soldier,
I can definitely deliver when it counts, sir.
men and women like us at her side during this attack.
Oh, I wish you could get some dark side points. Oath or no oath, I'm heading to the escape pods.
You won't stand a chance against the Sith by yourself. We gotta stick together.
Sure I could. Could cut them up.
Hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
This just lets you know where your equipment is, but we're pretty smart. We can figure out that it's in that lockbox over here. Alright, so we get all this good stuff. We don't really get to do the dual wielding of swords yet, but swords are still better than blaster rifles in the future because weapons are useless. Future weapons are useless in the future. Swords are best. And then this is the party system that we're getting introduced to. Soon these will all be filled out with people along the way that we can also add into our party. But we only get this little guy right now. Okay, sounds good. So we're going to switch over to Trask, our handy dandy little buddy. He's going to be able to open up. And I get to be in leader again, but sadly, since I can't actually...
The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against this firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karn contacting us on our portable communicator. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karn's message in the electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Aye, Trask. Alright, so that was Kark. He's going to be important later. But as I was saying, I got to be a leader for a couple seconds, but I can't unlock doors. So here... Okay, because I'm not skilled enough to actually unlock doors. So this guy's going to come over, we're going to unlock, and now combat tutorial. Oh no! There's no finer marksman in all the galaxy. Charge! So here we get to see the basic combat system. It's going to be a turn-based combat system. We can choose between all of our different attacks up here, and then we can queue them up down here, and then we can just hit the unpause button, and then we will attack. And melee characters get a bonus when attacking people with rifles, because like I said, swords are obviously better than blaster weapons. Alright. And that was the medpack tutorial, and now we have an advanced medpack, or 4 medpacks. An adrenal stamina, which is actually to increase our stamina bonus right here in the character menu. It actually increases our constitution right here. It adds to the modifier, basically increasing the overall hit points that we have. More combat. Kill all Sith! I like how you get to do little front flips every single time you use the power thing, just to add a little bit of finesse to it. Now we get all the extra bits. We get a short sword, get a combat suit. Time to deck ourselves out so that we can just... Can't equip stuff during combat. Whatever. Let's loot this then while we're doing that. Credits and med pack. Frag grenade. Grenades are pretty useful because they can be used to clear out a whole bunch of people. More credits. Now we're going to change the combat suit. We're going to put the short sword here because, like it says right here, +2 +0 in the offhand. Because if we put this here, we get -1, as you can see below both of these. So we can just put the short sword there, and then we can upgrade this to the long sword so that we get more damage. What happens if we actually we were using a short sword to begin with? So a long sword in one hand and a short sword in the other hand, and eventually that -1 modifier that we have down there is going to go away. And now to fight more Sith. Oh, exploding barrels. They need more exploding barrels. And that was the grenade tutorial. It shows you what a grenade can do to a human body. So now we go up here. We're going to pause it again, and we're going to throw a grenade. Get down! And it kills all 3 of them. And more people are going to come around the corner. And we're going to kill these people too. Going to slice them to bits. Oh, we missed all those. Our strength is leaving us. But it's a good thing we've been able to hit all these guys. If you don't have a whole bunch of strength in the beginning and you have power attack, you might be missing them all the time. But power attack is good. Like it says in the description in the feats, it's used to clear a whole bunch of little enemies that are really easy to hit. Ooh, what's going on behind this door? I think I could beat that Jedi. I'm just too powerful. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he was lame. Then she explodes. Hooray! We don't need her help. We're too powerful. We will destroy all enemies. But that Jedi actually has a really interesting item on her. She has a vibration cell. Now, the vibration cell is an item that's used to upgrade vibro swords, which is a type of melee weapon, a sword of course, that we get later on in the game. And my only question is that she was using a lightsaber. I didn't see a vibro sword on her, so what was she using the vibration cell for? Who knows? Maybe it was a part of her lightsaber. It just fell out. Ugh. It doesn't look like there's anybody on the bridge, Mr. Trask. Yay, I leveled up. And I'm missing an awful lot for whatever reason. Thank you. Combat tutorials. Oh no! And that is why we must run to the escape pods. Why can I not move? That happens every once in a while. It's got its glitches, as all old games do. Some new games too. If you ever play Darksiders 2, I'm sorry for you. I actually really enjoyed Darksiders 2 when it came out, but it has a lot of graphical glitches and other problems that just made it unfun to play. Now we're going to choose another feat. I'm thinking about getting +1 attack bonus with a melee weapon, which would probably just increase how much damage we do. But I'm thinking that we may... Yeah, let's just go with the +1 attack bonus. And let's see what happens. No, we got rid of that -1 modifier, so now we have +3 to damage, or +3 to hit. So we're more likely to hit people. So that was a good idea. What could it be? That's fine with me, Trask. We're just going to join that guy's order and then kill him because we're Sith and we betray everybody. What was over here? There was just a door. Okay. Alright, let's head on. This is basically done with him and our party, and we're going solo!
This is Cargo Matthew, your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support system. Basilisk escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member of the Endar Spire. So I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pod.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, let me just save the game. We're gonna get a new slot. Save. What we're gonna do. Coffee Jasper 1. Okay. Alright, now we have saved, and now we must fight all the way through the ship. The combat is not necessarily the most interesting thing in this whole entire game. It's turn-based, though it's hard to tell. It gives you a really nice illusion of being instant, but it's all turn-based. You can queue up the attacks, like I said before, and basically in your turn you get to choose to move, to attack, everything else. All of this is dice rolls. It gets pretty boring, but once we actually get down onto the planet's surface, Terrace, and we get to explore around and get more storyline, everything really gets a whole lot more interesting.
You need to find some way to send the numbers. You could reprogram the damage control droid to help you. You have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security system against the Sith.
Alright, and this is pretty much the repair and computer security, what's it called, tutorial now. Come over here, we get all the parts and computer spikes that we could ever need in order to reactivate the droid. Oh no! That's horrible. Well then, usually I'm able to do both of these, but maybe it's just because I didn't focus on the skills enough. So here we can just overload it and kill everybody in there. Get a nice free experience. And what's also pretty important here is that you check out this red guy up here and you get his remains, because what he drops is the prototype Vibroblade, which, before you can actually get a lightsaber, is probably one of the best weapons that you can have while on Terrace, just because it's upgradable. See, upgradable melee. And it's just a good weapon. I like it a lot.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape time left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Who are you? Or how do I know I can trust you? Karth has trust issues, so maybe it'd be fun to say that.
We're the last two humans left. Basilisk escape pod. No reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the sun. Come on, there'll be time for questions later.
Or will there? How do you know? That's just a fallacy. We could all die in the escape pod. I need to ask all my questions now. I can save the game right here. Poppy Jasper 1. Save. Okay. And then we just step up here. And now we are away into the interesting part. Oh, what's happening? My fish face.